So is a Chef RPG playable in its current state? This game combines two of my favorite things: delicious food that already makes me hungry just looking at it, and a dystopian cyberpunk-inspired world that is just waiting to be explored. Chef RPG has been on everyone's radar for years, and now it has finally arrived in early access. But the big question is Chef RPG actually any good, and should you pick it up or maybe just wait a little longer? Today I'm going to cover everything that makes a Chef RPG special to me and what you can expect in its early access state. One of the first things that positively surprised me was the customization right from the start. We get to pick our preferred starting season, each with different perks and disadvantages, and this was very lovely to see, as we rarely ever get to choose our starting season in cozy games. And I'm honestly slightly tired of always starting in the spring season. We can also choose whether our character is human or android, which already tells me there is going to be some intriguing world building going on here. I only recently fell in love with cyberpunk settings, but oh boy, I need more of that in my cozy games. Next comes the classic RPG-style stat system. We get 5 skill points to distribute across endurance, cooking, gathering, and social skills. I personally love the option to boost socializing and cooking, but if you are the kind of player who loves diving headfirst into exploration or adventure, you might favor endurance and gathering. We also get to choose our culinary specialty: meaty dishes, soups, seafood, veggies, pastries, or even mixology. I love how this immediately made me feel like I was crafting my own culinary journey. And on top of that, there are also skill perks to unlock that let us customize our gameplay even further. Our protagonist has left the hustle and grind of Billboard City behind to start fresh in White Ash Harbor, where we take over Le Sequoia, a rundown restaurant with lots of potential. And it seems, as we progress through the story, we are not only unraveling the town's past and mysteries, but also our own. And I really loved to see that. White Ash Harbor gives us a fascinating mix of rustic charm and cyberpunk vibes nestled at the foot of an ancient volcano. Originally agricultural land and a fishing village, it is now up to us to evolve it into a tourist hub. It kind of feels rugged yet modern, and people here seem reluctant to accept modern progress and technology. I love the blend of high-tech and dystopian aesthetics where humans and androids live together somewhat in harmony. The open world map lets us explore lush forests, murky swamps, beaches, and the buzzing urban area. And for me, this is where the game really shines in terms of aesthetics, architecture, and landscaping. There are over 20 characters to befriend and romance, with interesting visual designs that players might either love or hate. I personally found the alternative style refreshing and unique, but I can see how that might not be everyone's cup of tea. Do let me know who you're going to romance though. Plus, we also have random, unnamed NPCs who walk the streets, and I found it to be an intriguing contrast that made the city feel more lively and vibrant, and yet somehow a bit cold and anonymous at the same time. Whether we want to open a traditional restaurant, a bakery, a pub, a social house, or even a tea house, each establishment type comes with different boosts and advantages. Our day starts with gathering ingredients, which can be anything from foraging for wild plants and farming crops to fishing and hunting animals with a bow and arrow. But we can also get a variety of ingredients from the vendors in town. Once we've stocked up, we'll store our ingredients in the fridge, set up our kitchen with the right appliances, and plan our menu. There are over 240 recipes to discover, and the menu options cover everything from appetizers and main courses to desserts and drinks. The 2D pixel art is extremely pleasing to the eye, and we can also decorate our restaurant however we like to boost our performance. When we are ready to open up, we can either do the cooking ourselves or hire staff to help. The cooking minigames are a fun touch, but to be honest, I am not a fan of reaction-based minigames at all. Luckily, after successfully completing a minigame once, we can auto-cook the same dishes, so we are not stuck repeating the same minigames over and over. Keeping our customers happy increases our restaurant's reputation, which means more visitors and bigger business down the line. And there are also restaurant critics visiting and rating our establishment. This simple loop of prepping and serving really reminded me of games like Diner Dash, just with a more relaxed, cozy twist. While the game already offers a bit of content to get us going for multiple hours, there is still plenty of more on the horizon. Future updates will complete the main story and expand the city, but it will also introduce new major NPCs as well as character quests and deeper romances, and even bring in world events and festivals, which all seem to be entirely missing at the moment. So is Chef RPG playable in its current state? I would say it absolutely is, but not without issues. There are a handful of bugs that might stop us in our tracks completely, some spelling mistakes, the music doesn't always loop properly, and there are some quality of life improvements I'd still love to see, such as adding proper markers to the map, easier hunting mechanics, and adjustable keybinds. It is very clear that the restaurant management aspect was the main focus of the game, and it feels by far the most polished right now. However, one of my biggest gripes is that social interactions and live sim elements are a bit lacking at the moment, which made the beautiful world feel more empty than necessary, with not too many things to do other than hunting for ingredients. For someone like me who loves character development, slice of life, and social gameplay, that is something I'm really waiting on and still very hopeful for. If you value first impressions and want a full and vibrant RPG feel, maybe hold off from playing it in its current state. On the other hand, if you enjoy following the development process of a game and don't mind it feeling a bit unfinished, you could start your new chef life in White Ash Harbor right now. Opinions about this game do seem to be a bit divisive, so do let me know what you think in the comment section. But that's everything from me. Have a lovely day, my friends, and see you in the next video.